Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about emotional intelligence. How can you become more emotionally intelligent? How can you grow emotionally as a person? If you want to know about this, you've come to the right place. So before I start, I want to let you guys know that I've been reading this book, Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, and man, I've learned so much from this book, and I was like, no, I have to share some things with you guys, and that's why I started this video. Meanwhile, so before I got this book, I was looking for something to read, actually something that could help me, and I asked a couple of my friends, a couple of people around me, if there was any good book they could recommend to me. 90% of them recommended this particular book, and then I even went online to check for some of the best inspirational books out there. This was top of the list, and I was like, okay, I have to get this book. And now after reading it, I'm like, I have to share some of the things I learned. But that doesn't mean like you shouldn't get this book. Please go and get this book. It will open your mind to so many things like it did mine. So much so that I want to share some of the things I learned. What I'm going to share is not up to like 2 or 3% of what I read, because if I'm going to share everything I've learned, then this video is going to be too long. I'm just going to start from this little few important points of mine, and I hope you guys learned something today. My name is Somto Chukwuma Zumbe, but you can just call me Somi. So the human mind has two components. There are two parts of the human mind: the thinking or the rational mind and the emotional mind. These two parts of the mind are what come together to make the human being. When you talk about IQ is a measure of the capacity of the thinking brain. It measures that's the intelligent quotient. It measures the capacity of the logical brain. The emotional brain, for now, there's been no means yet that has been devised to assess the capacity of the emotional mind. Now, my interest you to know that emotional intelligence can sometimes matter more than IQ. Though these two parts of the mind they're very important, but sometimes emotional intelligence can be even more important. Sometimes you see certain people, when they get angry, they smash things, they destroy things without first thinking about the repercussions of their actions. These are people that are ruled by their emotions. These people, at this point in time, they are demonstrating low emotional intelligence. People who constantly have these outbursts, they don't tend to do so well in life. Emotional intelligence is very key to making it in life. Emotional intelligence is something everyone needs to work on improving. Everyone needs to know about it and needs to actively try to improve theirs. It's not something you just passively do or just believe that as you grow older you get more wise or something. You have to be active you have to actively try to grow your emotional intelligence. Yeah. So now, what exactly is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions. It's the ability to understand how your emotions affect those around you. People with a high degree of emotional intelligence know what they are feeling. They know exactly how they are feeling, and they know how their feelings and emotions affect those around them. So there are three main components to emotional intelligence. There are other components to it, but for this video, we're just going to focus on three for the sake of time. First, self-awareness. Second, self-regulation. And thirdly, motivation. We are going to briefly look at each of these things to understand how you can grow emotionally as a person. So, self-awareness. If you're self-aware, you're always going to know how you feel and how your emotions and actions can affect people around you. Being self-aware also means having a clear picture of your strengths and your weaknesses. So, how can you be more self-aware? You can start improving your self-awareness by keeping a daily journal. Just the single act of writing how you feel each day. You can pick a scheduled time each day to write exactly how you're feeling. This single act can lead you to a higher degree of self-awareness. Also, you can improve your self-awareness by slowing down when you experience strong emotions. Emotions like anger. Whenever you experience emotions like this, slow down, take a step back, think, why exactly am I feeling this way? Analyze your emotions, understand what you are doing, and don't forget, you are always going to be responsible for how you react. No matter the situation, you decide how you react. And so, no matter what's going on around you, no matter the challenging situation you are facing, always try to slow down and think of the repercussions of your actions before going ahead. Don't just act on impulse. That's not good enough. Now, moving on to self-regulation. People who regulate themselves effectively rarely verbally attack others. They rarely go into emotional outbursts. They don't stereotype people, and they certainly do not compromise their standards. Self-regulation is all about staying in control. So how can you be more self-regulated? First, you need to know what your values are. You need to know exactly what you stand for as a person. And you also need to have a clear idea of where you absolutely will not compromise. Once you have your code of ethics down, when it's time to make moral decisions, you won't waste time and you're always going to make the right decisions. So another way to improve your self-regulation is by learning to hold yourself accountable. If you're the kind of person that blames others for their mistakes, you need to stop, because you're pushing people away from you. You need to make a commitment to always hold yourself accountable for your actions, for your mistakes. Now, motivation. Self-motivated people work consistently towards their goals, and they have very high standards for their quality of work. How can you become more self-motivated? You can do this by constantly keeping your goals in mind. You become what you think. I'm sure we all have heard of that, and that statement is so true. You become what you think. So if you're constantly thinking about your goals and how to achieve your goals, you would just see yourself achieving these goals of yours without even knowing. You see yourself working towards achieving your goals just by keeping them in your mind. I've mentioned quite a couple of things in this video, and I hope you can sit down and look at these things, look at areas where you might be lacking, and start working on improving yourself. Start working on becoming more emotionally intelligent. So if you liked this video, if you learned something from this video, please like it. And also, if there's any additional comment you'd like to add, any additional tips to become more emotionally intelligent, any additional ideas you might have, please do so in the comments. If there are also any additional topics you'd like me to cover, I'd like you to tell me. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.